Hello kids, welcome once again to your maths classes of grade 4. Sorry for the interruption. So we were discussing about our large number topic, part 4. And right now we have discussed about rounding off the numbers, rounding off to the nearest 10, to the nearest 100 and to the nearest 1000. Now, in this very new subtopic, we are going to discuss about Roman numerals. Yes, Romans were ancient people and something related to history. Okay, so ancient Romans, they used a special method of showing the numbers. They also have developed certain method of showing the numbers. The Romans used the 7 symbols to write any number. They were using certain kind of symbols, okay, and they were 7 symbols to write any number. The Roman symbols and their corresponding Hindu Arabic numerals, they are given in the following chart, which you can see over here also. In this following chart, the how the Romans were writing the Hindu Arabic numerals in their digit forms, in their symbols. So one was written like this, something resembling to I, then 5 like V, 10 was written like X. For writing 50, they were using the symbol L. For writing 100, they were using the symbol C. For writing 500, they were using the symbol D. And for writing 1000, they were using the symbol M. So, in total, there were 7 symbols which they have designated, which they have defined for writing the corresponding Hindu Arabic numerals. Okay. So these symbols and the corresponding Hindu Arabic numerals you have to keep in your mind properly. So please view this portion of the video properly. Okay. Now there are certain points which also we have to keep in our mind while solving or doing the problems related to Roman numerals. What are those points? The very first point is the numeral 5 can never be repeated. This numeral 5, V, it can never be repeated. Second, the letters I, X and C can be repeated up to a maximum of 3 times only. If we have to write any numbers using these digits, using these symbols, sorry, not digits, symbols, I, X and C, then we can repeat these symbols only up to a maximum of 3 times, not more than that. Okay. The third rule, when a smaller numeral is placed on the right of the greater, then add the smaller one to the greater one. When a smaller numeral is placed on the right of the greater, suppose this is the greater, 5 is greater and I am placing 1, the smaller numeral to the right of the greater. Then we have to add this smaller one to this greater one. Okay, this smaller one will get added to this greater one. So 5 plus 1 or 1 plus 5 will become 6. Okay, so this is the meaning of this particular point. Moving on to the fourth rule. When a smaller numeral is placed on the left of the greater, then we subtract the smaller one from the greater one. It is just opposite of this rule. When a smaller numeral is placed on the left of the greater, suppose this is the greater numeral, 5 is greater, and 1 is smaller numeral, it is placed on the left of this greater numeral. Then we have to subtract this smaller numeral from this greater numeral. Okay, we have to subtract it. So after subtracting 1 from 5, it will become 4. Okay, so this particular symbol will indicate 4. Now, the fifth rule. The numeral 5 is never subtracted. It is never written on the left of 10 or X also. The numeral 5, it can never get subtracted and it is also never written on the left of 10. Okay, we can never write it on the left of 10. It can be written on the right of 10, but it can never be written on the left of 10. Sixth and the last rule, first or I, it can be subtracted from v and x only, or we can say that 1 which is being represented by symbol I, it can be subtracted from 5 and 10 only. So these are certain rules formed by the Roman people while forming their Roman numerals, which we have to keep in our mind while solving the Roman numeral problems or sums. Okay, so I would like you to view this portion of the video for a few more seconds for a better understanding. Then we will do certain examples based on these Roman numerals so that the clarity of the concept should be more proper. So view this portion of the video properly for a few more seconds. Now, moving on to certain examples or certain sums based on this very concept of Roman numerals. As you can see over here, in blue letters it is written, write the numbers in Roman numerals. So what we have to do, first step is split the number into thousands, hundreds, tens and ones. Yes, we have to split the numbers in their place values and write down each in turn, and then turn wise we have to write down each of the places, each of the numbers. For example, write 1585 in Roman numeral. We have to write this particular number in Roman numerals. Then how we are going to do? See, first we have to split this number into thousands, hundreds, tens and ones. So the same thing is being done over here. This is written as the sum of 1580 and 5, and then do each as continuously. This 1000, what is the symbol of 1000 in Roman numerals? It is M. Okay, it is M. As you can see over here, now we have seen this chart. What are the Roman numerals and what is their corresponding Hindu Arabic numerals? So now we have split this particular number, this particular sum problem as the sum of 1580 and 5. Then we will write the corresponding symbols. For 1000 it is written M, for 500 it is written D, for 80. To write 80, what we can do? 80 can be written as 50 plus, 80 can be written as 50 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. Okay, and it was also a rule now that the symbol I, X and C, they can be repeated mostly maximum up to 3 times. So I have repeated the symbol X up to 3 times. So in that way it can be written as L for 50 and triple X for 10 and 10 and 10. So that's why we can write in this way 80. And now 5. Last one is the 5, which is represented by V. So this is the Roman numerals for these corresponding Hindu Arabic numerals. Okay, now see the next step. Next step is simple, the expanded form, 1000 plus 500 plus 80 plus 5. It gives us 1585. So 1585 in Roman numerals get converted into M, D, L, triple X and 5. Just we have to arrange the Roman numerals in their proper sequence. First we have to split the problem sum, split the problem numbers as the sum of thousands, hundreds, tens and ones. Okay, then we have to put the respective symbols. For 1000 it is M, for 500 it is D, for 80 it can be written like this by breaking up like this, and for 5 it is like this. So for writing this, kids, you have to learn, you have to keep in your mind all those Roman symbols for their particular, for their corresponding Hindu Arabic numerals. Okay. So likewise, this problem gets solved in this way. View this portion of the video for a few more seconds so that you could better understand this problem. What are the steps? What need to be done? Okay. Now, one more example. Write the following numbers in Roman numerals. Now these are two digits numbers. As you can see over here, this is 24, this is 47, this is 62. Okay, which we have to write in Roman numerals. So 24, it can be written as 10 plus 10 plus 4. So accordingly, we will put the symbol X for 10, X for 10 and 4. 4 is written like this. So it becomes X, X and I and 5. V, the symbol V. So it becomes X, X, 1 and 5 or I and V. Okay. So moving on with the next example, 47. 47 can be, first we have to split it in so that we can write the Roman numerals also. So it could be splitted in the form 50. We will split in those Hindu Arabic numerals for which we have been given the Roman numerals. Okay. So we know the symbol for 50. So try to split the given problem sums in the known Roman numerals, which can be easily depicted, which can be easily symbolized. Okay. So it can be written as 50 minus 10 plus 7. So 50 is represented by L in Roman numerals. Then 10 is represented by X plus 7. 7. When we will write 2i, these two smaller digits will get added to this 5. So 5 plus 2, it will give us 7. So this will ultimately become X, L and 7. Okay. 47. How it will become 40? Because this is 10 and this is 50. So the smaller digit can get subtracted from the larger digit. So from 50 we will minus 10. Okay. So it will give us 40 and this is 7. And it will become 47. Okay. So now let's see the next example. 62. Again, we will write it in the known Roman numerals for the symbols which we know. So 50 plus 10 plus 2. It is very simple when we have to plus the things. The symbol for 50 is L, for 10 is X, and for 2, these two I. Okay. So it will give us L, X, I. It will become 62. Okay. Similarly, the question can be reverted back. Suppose Roman numerals are given to you and you can be asked to write its corresponding Hindu Arabic numerals. So it is also not a very big deal. As we can see some of the examples done over here, it is the symbol of 10, it is a symbol of 5 and it is 1. So similarly, just break it up, just expand it. 10 plus 5 plus 1, it will give us 16. So this represents 16. Similarly, 10, 10, 5, 1, 1, 1, 10 and 10, 20. This is 5, 20 plus 5, 25 plus 3. It gives us 28. Similarly, here 10, 10, 10. It gives us 30 and it is, yes, when a smaller Roman numeral is written to the left of the bigger Roman numeral, we have to subtract the smaller Roman numeral from the greatest one, from the bigger one. So 5 minus 1 will give us 4. So 30 plus 4 will give 34. So kids, both form of the questions can be solved. You can be asked to solve the Roman numerals, given Roman numerals into Hindu Arabic numerals, or the given Hindu Arabic numerals into their corresponding Roman numerals. Okay. So I hope this very particular subtopic of large numbers that was about Roman numerals should be clear in your mind with these notes and this solved examples. So I would like you to view this portion of the video for a few more seconds for a better understanding. So kids, please keep on revising and keep on practicing the sums for better and clarity of the concept and understanding. See you soon with a new video in maths. Till then, bye. Take care.